Everybody, thanks for watching. Welcome to my channel. I've been doing this since October of last year, 2021, and I did it telling my story about being 69 years old, and now it's gone on and on. My life has been so long, and I thank you all that have been watching through all this, that watched. Some people actually watched everything. And I'm going to be 70 now in about 5 or 6 weeks. So I figured I got to finish, right? Even though what happened, oh, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry. Um, and I never did learn yet, or maybe never will, how to edit and all that. I've tried and it messes up every time. So you have to bear with me if I'm not scripted. This time I don't even have an outline. I just thought I got to do this because I've been putting it off. I have not been in the mood. I've been maybe a little depressed on and off and not feeling real great, whatever. So um, I have this disease I've told you about before, this Epstein-Barr chronic. I have it really all the time. Some days are better, some days are worse. On my good days, you would never know there was anything wrong with me. On my bad days, I feel like I'm dying, and that's the way it is. Anyway, for age 70 now, I'm approaching. That's depressing. Um, and I live in this over 55 community. When I first moved here, which was over 4 years ago now, I felt like I was on the younger edge of things. Um, but now there's a lot of younger people, and I feel like I'm pretty much in the middle, and I'm crossing that hurdle into the 70s group. There's a lot of people in their 70s and even in their 80s, and several people even in their 90s that are more active than me, that have lots of energy, and some of them still really look good. And I admire that so much. It's been inspirational to me. But, so much of it is in our genes, and we can't help it if we have a disease or something. I mean, if you've been watching, and I hope you watch the past if you're interested, my other videos, but I did talk on and off about how I have maintained a healthy lifestyle, and pretty happy too most of the time. Um, So I have been eating better than average most of my life and trying to exercise. I've never had real good stamina. I'm still going to my exercise group in the pool twice a week. Can't do more than twice a week now. When I started, I was doing 3, 4 times a week, and I had to cut it down because it takes me a day or two to recover every time I do it. But it's what keeps me in shape. It's my only main exercise besides just walking a little bit. I don't walk much anymore. When I first moved here 4 years ago, I was walking every day that I didn't get in the pool. And now I don't walk much, and I get tired quicker, and I just a little bit of walking, doing my housework, and walking around Walmart every other week or whatever, and I do go to the beach, and not as often as I did in the beginning, and I think that happens to everybody when you move to the beach. In the beginning you go there a lot. A lot of people kind of calm it down after a while, but I still love the beach. I absolutely love it as much as I ever did, but I don't have a lot of energy, so I don't go real often. And one thing I wanted to kind of talk to you about a little bit, which was disappointing to me when I moved here, even though there's many, many wonderful people here, and I believe that anywhere you go, you're going to find wonderful people. I've lived in so many different places all my life. I've told you about them all. There's always good people around. Always a couple of rotten eggs also, but mostly good people. Um, But I am disappointed that I've been here over 4 years and I haven't gotten really close to anybody that I can really, I haven't really bonded really close, like best friends, as I know best friends to be from my past. Um, Somebody that you totally trust, that accepts you as you are. They don't get mad at you because you said something wrong. They'll tell you and you apologize and it's over. Um, I don't know. It's just when I first moved here, I'm sniffling a little. I'm sorry, I'm not crying. I'm not that type, but I do have allergies, and that's related to Epstein-Barr, I believe. Everybody with Epstein-Barr chronic has bad allergies. Excuse me. Now it's hay fever season starting in Florida. Before that, it was grass. I did have a little break for about a month that I didn't have allergies. So now, talking about making friends. When I first came here, I told you I was in that big social group in Celebrate Atlanta. And I've never had trouble making friends all my life. Um, so I expected to come here and just meet people and make friends and, all that. And I came here and I met people, smiled at everybody, talked to a lot of people. Um, I invited women to my house. I organized, let's go here, let's go there. The first year I was here, I did that a lot. And disappointing to me is that all of those ladies that I made a real effort to be friends with never, hardly ever invite me to anything. And it just didn't happen. Like most of them, you know, I see them, we're still friendly when I see them, but I gave up on calling them all the time because they never call me. And a couple of them, still say things like, yeah, let's get together, but it never happens. When I say, well, what are you doing this weekend? There's always something else going on. Lots of parties, barbecue stuff going on here where I live, and I don't get invited. I mean, occasionally I do, but not much. Um, Not as much as a lot of people, but there's different reasons. I don't know that it's just that people don't like me. I think that my immediate neighbors are not party people. My immediate neighbors are kind of private, keep to themselves, which is kind of nice too. I like that. But there's other streets in Bear where I live here. There's other streets that you know have a lot more people that are more social, and then they're having parties all the time and stuff, and I don't get invited. And then they put it on Facebook, and it makes me feel a little left out, like it does many people. I'm sure that's what happens, when you put things on Facebook. Oh, me and she and he had so much fun, and then, he and her and they are thinking, well, gee, wish I was invited. Happens all the time. It's part of life, I guess. But it's something that I've been praying about making friends, and I believe well, the one lady that lives behind me, I feel like we've bonded pretty well. I gotta say that I think the politics over the last couple years, 4 years that I've been living here, has something to do with it because um, you know anybody who's real radical on either side, um, I don't really go for that. I've told you before, I'm pretty much a moderate. Um, I'm very open-minded. I am a nonpartisan voter, independent, and I can see different views. Now, I've been studying my personality lately. Um, my daughter's a psychoanalyst, so this stuff comes up a lot, and it interests me. But I'll tell you, in case if you've ever done the Myers-Briggs, and I did it long ago, but I didn't even remember what it was. I mean, I didn't remember what my personality type was from that, but I did it again the other day. So if anybody's interested, my personality type, according to Myers-Briggs, is ENFP-A. I'm slightly extroverted. Um, I do have I'm, I have this intuition about me, and I am a feeling person. Um, I'm a bit aggressive, and I have my perception um, is big. I see the big picture. I'm not good for little details. I don't like petty bullshit. You know, I look at the big picture and what's really important. Um, I'm not real good at small talk chit chat because it doesn't interest me much. You know, I mean, I want to have friends, I want to have fun. I love to laugh and clown around, and I can act silly and all that. But, you know, I'm just not that interested in little trivia stuff um, that a lot of people are. Or maybe that's why people don't like me. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the Bible thing, because I'm a Christian. I'm not the, you know, evangelical Republican Christian. I'm just a Jesus believer, lover. I try to follow the Bible according to my understanding, which I've been studying almost my whole life. So, you know, I don't believe real big in organized churches and, you know, well, I don't believe that politics should be involved in religion at all. Religion is personal, in my opinion. And anyway, there's so much going on with politics and all, you know, so it's very sad. It was the 4th of July yesterday, and for the first time now, again, if you have been following me, if you know me, um, I'm very patriotic in my heart because my mother was an immigrant. My father dedicated his whole life to our country. He was 40 years in service in the military, U.S. Army, Department of Defense, CIA even. So I was always very patriotic, you know, because of my dad and my mom, because my mom, you know, loved this country and became a citizen when I was a little kid. And I remember what a big deal that was for her. And she was so proud of it. And I've always loved my country. But now my country is not the same country that I grew up in. This Independence Day, I'm feel like I'm grieving. I'm in mourning for our country. Um, it's so sad, so sad. It breaks my heart to see everything that's going on, all the division, um, things that we, you know, when I in the '60s and '70s, you know, civil rights and women's rights and you know all that stuff. Um, we made progress, and then over the past 4 years went backwards, big time backwards. You know, I feel like hate came out of the closet, and things that were not politically correct now anything goes. Um, and people are more sensitive than they ever were before, especially the young people. You know, we grew up learning. I mean, I'm a Jersey girl. My roots are, and we have a reputation of being tough girls, and we grew up with a hard shell because it's the way people were around us. And it wasn't always nice or pleasant, but it did help us to survive, to just let it roll off, cuss back at them, whatever, you know. That's how you just rolled with it, and you know, because I mean at least me, because I didn't have a lot of protection from my family. Um, a lot of my friends had more sheltered lives because they were protected more. And, they probably have softer skin and all that because they always had their mommy and daddy to, you know, be there for them and protect them and all that, I guess. I don't know. This is all, I'm no expert. I'm only telling my feelings. And I'm thankful that I have the freedom to do this on YouTube. So telling so much about just the world, how it is today, I'm probably going to continue a little bit. I want you to tell me now. I want you to like me and subscribe and tell me on the message if you can, or on Facebook if you're my friend. Um, Tell me if you would listen if I continue to talk once in a while about my perspective on what's going on around the world, and whatever, because that's all I can do. I'm not an expert at anything, but I believe I have some good insight sometime, and I care enough to reflect on things, and I have time to think about things and research things. And from what I realize from my personality, I have that type of personality that loves to keep learning, and I am very open-minded, out of the box, big thinker. So if you care to hear my perspectives for somebody that's just been on Earth for 70 years, you know, um, and lived on the East Coast and West Coast and in between in Atlanta, and if you want to hear my perspective and ideas and thoughts, I'm even thinking about maybe um, starting online Bible study with YouTube. Um, Maybe not a study, maybe just, well, yeah, kind of a study, because I've done it. I was doing it here in my community. It's one of the things I started doing when I came here. I started a Bible study. I mentioned this before. Um, Started a Bible study after I was here a little while and found out that this place has been here over 40 years and no one had a Bible study here before. I wasn't sure if they would let me. They said, yeah. I said, non-denominational. We're not going to go into politics. We're just going to read the word. Um, Everybody's welcome. It doesn't matter what your background is. I don't care. I don't care if you believe or you don't believe. I just want to introduce you to the Bible and hopefully um, get you interested so you read on your own. And so I did that, and I started, well, I believe this is totally God, but um, I always wanted to do this outside of the church. I always wanted to do this for people that were not going to church or that were going to different churches rather than small groups in the church, which I have been to several. And they're all good. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I wanted to lead a small group outside of the church. And I really so strongly believe in reading the Bible and not just bits and pieces, but really reading the Bible, the whole thing, not skipping over, reading the Bible to get the whole big picture, because I'm the big picture kind of person. So, and God is, of course, if you believe, I mean, that's what he's about, the big picture. So, I decided that I wanted to do through the Bible, Genesis to Revelation, read the whole thing. And that's what I put out there. That's what I advertised. And I got people coming to the clubhouse once a week. Um, Started up good, got up to 18 people in the group, which is a really big Bible group for a small group. And then COVID hit, and a lot of people, well, we had to stop for about 2 months because of COVID, but here in this area, we were very lenient about it. So we only stopped for about 2 months and we're back again, but a lot less people, and people come and go, of course. So ended up with a nice group of about 10, which is pretty average. And we did it, went through the whole Bible. I wanted to do it through in 2020, And that was no coincidence that it was 2020. I believe that God worked that out perfect because we needed it bad. Um, and started, but people wanted to slow down. They didn't want to rush through it. So it took us over 2 years to finish. And we did it all the way Genesis to Revelation. And then we went back and read Daniel again after Revelation because there's so much related, with the end time prophecies and all that a lot of people were very interested and wanted to reread Daniel. And we even watched a couple YouTubes at my house that I found that were really good. One I'll tell you was called The Two Witnesses, and it's by AOC, is who did that movie. It's like a full-length 2-hour movie. And then the other one that we watched at my house was about Babylon, and that was about 90 minutes. And I can't tell you off the top of my head who did it, I forget, but it was really good. It had like a big red dragon on the picture of the YouTube, but it was about a 90 minutes about Babylon. Very good one. Um, I Anyway, I will try to link it somehow, maybe sometime. Let me know in the messages if you would be interested and, encourage me. Maybe I might do that because we're taking a break right now from the Clubhouse study. I might do YouTube instead. Much easier for me. I also, today I was going to talk to you about um, my love life, my lack of love life since I moved to Florida. And time's up, but I'm going to do it. In fact, I think I'm going to do it right now, so I might post 2 in a row. Okay, thanks for watching. I love you guys, my followers especially. Please subscribe, give me a like, encourage me to keep doing this. Thank you. God bless.